Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. I hope today's been treating you well. In today's video I have got so much new makeup to be trying out, makeup that I haven't even unboxed yet, makeup that I haven't even gotten out of the mailer yet. This literally got delivered to me 15 minutes ago and I was like, I need to go and try that immediately. So we've got the Beauty Bay primer, we've got liquid eyeshadows from Beauty Bay, still all in their packaging. I have exercised a tiny little bit of restraint and not opened them, so I'm excited to get into those. I've got the new Essence Baby Got blush ones. So excited to see how this colour looks on the cheeks. And then I've got a lip kit, I've got the new bronzer, I've got some liquid eyeliners from Made by Mitchell. Going to be getting into all of these. If you like these makeup reviews, if you enjoy cruelty-free and affordable makeup and you haven't seen my face on your little screen before, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. My name is Millie and I do all the cruelty-free and affordable makeup reviews. So welcome to this little corner of the internet. It is chaos here, but that is exactly how we like it. And if you have seen my face before, then hello, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Let's just dive straight on in because I am so excited to get into this primer. One of my favourite primers from last year. Trying to compute, yeah, it was last year, the collection one, the collection sticky primer. Absolutely love it. So I'm excited to see how this one compares. I do also have the e.l.f. one. In my humble opinion, the collection one is better. So let's see how this compares. This is the Beauty Bay Jelly Grip Primer. It looks pink. It looks almost iridescent in the tube. I like that it's got a pump. Does this have a scent? No scent, I don't think. So I've just got one pump there. It doesn't seem to have any sort of colour to it on the skin. And obviously I am just applying this over the top of my skincare. So I'm interested to see how this is gonna work out with my skincare. Some primers are like, absolutely hell no. Let's give it a good go. It's definitely tacky. Okay. It almost feels thinner. Like I feel like that spread out further than the e.l.f. one. You know which one I mean. The e.l.f. grippy primer that everybody goes on about. I feel like this is thinner. Like it's spread out further. It's definitely tacky, but I also feel like that's sunk in really nicely. I can't really feel it on my skin. I like it so far. Obviously a primer is quite difficult to judge on first impression, but so far so good. I don't have a new foundation or concealer, so I'm just gonna go off, do that, and then we'll be back for that new bronzer that I'm so excited about. Okay, so it's worth noting, if you are an owner of small furry animals such as myself, a tacky primer is all well and good, but you will end up priming cat hair, dog hair, whatever animal hair into your face. I just picked so many cat hairs that were stuck so firmly to my face because of that grippy primer. I don't know what you do about that. I don't know if there's anything you can do about that, and I don't want to do anything about that. But just worth noting, very, very tacky, very, very sticky, definitely sticks cat hair to your face. Let's get into that Made by Mitchell order, shall we? And like I say, the star of the show is definitely the bronze pods. I got the shade Caramel Kiss because I'll put a picture up. This is what the swatches look like, and I just thought Caramel Kiss looked like the best shade for myself. Let's see. Oh, I love the packaging. Let's open her up. But that packaging feels luxurious. So that's what the outside looks like. It's got a little push buttony thing to open up. Oh, and I've just closed it again. And that's what the colour looks like. That looks beautiful. Obviously, I don't have the Rare Beauty. Is it Rare Beauty that has a bronzer like this? There's somebody that I'm thinking of, or a brand that I'm thinking of, that has a baked bronzer that looks a little bit like this. I obviously don't have it, but this looks beautiful. So I'm just going to take the brush that I would normally use, which is the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to tap ever so lightly into this. Let's see how pigmented it is. That colour is perfect. That colour, the finish is perfect. Like, this side with nothing, and this side, it's soft. It's really soft. It's like a natural finish. It's not too glowy, but it's not matte either. The colour, the undertone of that colour is so perfect for very, very fair girlies. And I also love that they had loads of different shades as well. Like, with 14 different undertones and shades. I absolutely love to see the inclusivity. Absolutely love that. This colour is just warming up my skin, making it look like I've left the house at some point in the last 72 years. The slight little bit of glow is beautiful. Like, it's not too much. It's natural. I keep saying it. It's natural. But I mean that in a good way. In like, it's not glittery and glowy, and it's not matte. I feel like this would work for so many people. This is actually like giving my skin summer vibes. Like, this just looks so beautiful and summery on the skin. This formula, this baked formula in blushes, pretty please. Like, how beautiful would the Made by Mitchell colours look in blushes in this glowy baked formula? I love this so much. This is the star of the show already, and I'm 2 products in technically, and this is the star of the show. I love. So I'm going to use just a little bit of blush. Like I say, this is the Essence Baby Got Blush liquid blushes. If you want to see a swatch video and I try on one of the other shades, I try on the shade Pinkalicious in another video that I posted a couple of days ago, but I'm going to just apply a little bit of this. This is more of a matte, natural, sort of soft matte satiny sort of a finish, so I'm just going to apply a few little dots of this and blend it out with a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Did I even tell you what shade this was? I can't remember. It's 30 Dusty Rose. I can't remember if I said or not. Dusty Rose. And I love this colour. I feel like this is going with that bronzer really nicely. This is more of a, like I say, it's more of like a satin matte finish, so it's not glowy and luminous like the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush ones or the collection ones, or even the e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes that they came out with recently. I feel like they are more luminous. If you want something that's more natural, more light, like lightweight feeling, it's a thinner formula, so it's more buildable, which for someone like me who always 100% of the time goes overboard on blush, this is nice so that you don't get too much on that first application. And that colour with that bronzer is giving me life. I'm thrilled with everything that's going on so far. Thrilled. And I also feel like where that primer is obviously very tacky, and the foundation that I used just for reference was the Essence Stay All Day 16 Hour foundation, not new to me, not new to the market, not anything, a firm favourite foundation, but where I feel like that primer is so tacky, I feel like it's grabbing onto the bronzer and the blush as well. Like I feel like everything's really secure. Like as I'm blending, I can still sort of feel that tackiness like grabbing a little bit, but in a really, really nice way. I am just going to go off and do my brows. I'm going to use the Revolution brow blade pencil thing, the newest one that came out. I'm going to use medium brown because I dyed my hair recently and it's more red, so I feel like I can get away with the warmer colour, but I'm going to set it with the Collection brow glue in dark brunette to try and calm down the warmth just a little bit. So I'll be right back when I've got some brows on my head. Okay, brows are done. They are glued down to my head. Looking like close up in my mirror whilst I was doing my brows then, everything is just looking so beautiful and glowy, and obviously it's hard to tell because I've used that primer but I've also used this and this, but I feel like the combination of everything is just making the skin look so beautiful. I am thrilled with how all of this is looking. So I think I'm just going to use one of the new liquid eyeshadows from Beauty Bay. So this is the Neutral collection, and in here we've got two mattes, so the top one and the bottom one, and one shimmer. Can you see that centre one is just shimmering ever so slightly? I love the Beauty Bay liquid eyeshadow formula, but I am just going to use Teddy, which is a matte shade, just for a little something through the crease, because I did also get some new graph ink liquid liners from Made by Mitchell. I got Milk, which I don't think I'm going to use today, but I have it, so I will use it next time. I think I'm going to use Lilac and Bubbles, which is purple and blue, and I think we might do some sort of ombre liner sort of a moment. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about, but either way I'm just going to take a little bit of this liquid eyeshadow. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. That's what the colour looks like. So I probably could just do this straight onto the eyes, but I've got the fear, so I'm going to do it on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and dip into the product there so that I don't get too much just on the first go, and let's see how this will blend out. I just want a little something sort of through the crease more than anything. Obviously the liner is going to be the moment, so I just wanted a little bit of colour. I thought I may as well try this new one. Okay, so I feel like that has blended out really, really nicely. I love the colour. That's almost got a little bit of like a warm terracotta-y sort of a feeling to it, which just feels so beautiful on blue eyes. That is the deepest shade. I was thinking I would be able to use this sort of like an eyeshadow primer. I think that would be way too pigmented, but I don't actually think I've ever seen matte liquid eyeshadows from Beauty Bay before, so I'm interested to try the other one, which is much more cool toned. Biscotti is much more cool toned, and Teddy is the one that I'm wearing today, is a lot warmer, so interested to try that in the future, but love Teddy. I think that that looks so, so beautiful. So like I say, graph ink liquid liners in Lilac and Bubbles. Let's get into the packaging. Okay, so that's what those colours look like. I can't lie, I was expecting Bubbles, I've just thrown the packaging on the floor, I was expecting Bubbles to be a little bit darker than this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Bubbles on like the inner half, Lilac on the outer half, and hopefully in the middle get some sort of a blend I have no idea what I'm doing. We can only hope for the best. Okay, so because these are so pigmented and also so liquidy, I feel like I'm not necessarily getting a blend. Like, I was sort of wanting that blue to go into the purple. The purple, I feel, is sort of not pastel and not bright and not dark. It feels sort of very similar tone to my skin tone, where it's just not showing up all that much. I like it. It's the sort of the blue I feel is beautiful. I would use that in the way that I use most of my pastel liquid liners, as a double wing, where I would do a black wing and then I would do this bright pastel blue wing over the top of it to create a sort of 60s sort of a look. I love doing that. I don't feel like I could necessarily do that with the purple because it's not really the right sort of tone for that. I love it, it's just not necessarily vibing with that blue. I would like the purple just by itself, and I would like the blue with a black to create that vibe. But I really, really like it. It's just not necessarily what I was wanting to go for with the vibe that I had in my head. But I like the brightness of that blue, like right on the inner corner, like the inner half of the lash line. I think that that is a beautiful tone. So I don't have a new mascara. I'm just going to go in with the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, and I'm just going to do a few hearty coats of this on the top and the bottom lashes. Okay, so a few light layers of mascara so that you can still see that colour coming through from the liquid eyeliner, and I love how the eyes have turned out. I feel like with the mascara on, that really has just finished that off nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and do lip liner because I have one of the new Made by Mitchell lip kits. Now in here, let me open this up first actually. So in here we have got a blush which I wouldn't necessarily use on my lips, I don't think. I think that this is a very, very bright pink, which just isn't necessarily my vibe. I mean, I wouldn't use that on my lips personally. I will absolutely use that on my cheeks, but not for the lips. Then there's also a lip liner in here, but I think that this is too deep for what I'm wanting. If you have tried these Made by Mitchell, what is it, All Lip No Trip, are these safe to use on the eyes as well? Because I think that this is the sort of colour that I would use on my eyes. It's a very deep sort of plummy colour, I think. And this is in the shade Kiss You. Yes, I mean, that is too deep for me and my makeup preferences. I will absolutely, if it's safe to, and I will look it up first, I would absolutely use that as like a smoky eyeliner sort of a situation. But basically my whole reason for buying this whole kit was for this here. This is the Beam, what is it, Beam lip gloss in the shade IRL. This is pink and purple and iridescent and glossy and beautiful. It looks like bubblegum sweets. I am so excited to see how this will look on the lips just with a nude lip liner. Doesn't have any sort of scent. I did wonder if it might do, but just here, look at the iridescence in that lip gloss. So I'm going to just use one of my favourite lip liners, the e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liner. This one is Truth or Bear. So I'm just going to do this and then I'll put that lip gloss over the top. So that is just like my perfect nude lip liner. And then I'm just going to tap a little bit of this over the centre. Yeah, I love that. So I feel like from far away, this just looks like a regular gloss, but then close up, if I just lean forwards a little bit, Can you see the iridescence? Can you see how that's like catching the light? But I feel like that has just merged in with that lip liner. It's creating a very natural, wearable, glossy, nude lip, but it's got that little bit of something, it's got that little bit of iridescence to it. I will genuinely wear this every single day. It's either going to be this or it's going to be a red lip. Like, I love that combo. I mean, I already knew I loved that liner. That liner is a staple for me. That liner is tiny for a reason. Like, there's next to no product left. I absolutely love that gloss. So for me, even if I don't use those other two products, that gloss. I don't know why he discontinued it in the, like, to be able to just buy it by itself. I mean, obviously to make you buy it in the lip kit, but come on. If you just want that lip gloss, I love it. I love it. So let me sort my hair out and let's recap. I don't want to speak about how the primer is yet. I want a little bit more time to play with that. First impressions, I like it. It's very tacky. It's spread out really nicely. If you have dry skin and you're wanting something to really lock your makeup in, but you're also wanting something that feels quite lightweight, really like it. But obviously I can't speak about how long lasting all of this makeup is going to be, due to the fact that it's already like 5 o'clock in the evening and I'm just going downstairs to make pasta. I can't talk about how grippy and long wearing and all of that stuff that is. The bronzer, I love. I'm speechless. That never happens. I absolutely love. Caramel Kiss, the perfect shade for me. I absolutely love that he came out with so many different shades. I feel like you could really find something that suits you and is like an undertone that you love. Especially, I mean, I'm sure everybody has their struggles. I'm certain of it. But as a pale skin gal trying to find a bronzer that doesn't just come up orange, comes up glowy and sort of neutral, but still bronzy, still adding that warmth but not orange. Love. Absolutely, absolutely love. The blush, also love. I feel like I would prefer it to just be a little bit more glowy. I said this in that other review video. I would prefer it to be just a little bit more glowy. I love a glowy blush, so that's personal preference. I really like that it is very thin feeling. I really like that it is sort of less pigmented so that you can build it up, and you absolutely can build it up. I really, really like these. I also really like that it's got that little locking mechanism on it, so it's not gonna just leak everywhere in my makeup bag. The eyeliners, I already know that I really like this formula. I have a few of the other shades and they last fantastically well. I think the blue more than the purple, which is surprising, is going to be in regular rotation in my makeup bag. I love the brightness, the vibrancy of that blue. I just think that that is beautiful. The purple is nice. The purple is absolutely wearable. I will 100% be wearing it again. But the blue is just so bright and I wasn't necessarily expecting that. And the lip gloss. The lip gloss. Also, the biggest fan of that. And what else have we tried? What else was new? I think that was everything. Let me know if there's anything else new on the market that you would like me to try, and do let me know. I am more than happy to get my hands on a few new products and try them out here for you. If you have made it to the very, very end of this video, then I just want to say a huge, huge thank you. It really does mean the world to me when you stick around and watch the end of my rambling long videos. I know that it's not necessarily the easiest thing to watch, but I appreciate you so, so much. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up. That really does mean so, so much. It really helps boost my videos in the old YouTube algorithm, and it just means that more people can come and join the madness that is my channel. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.